In the first installment of this very important mini series, I think that's what I'll call it. In the first installment of this mini series, I spoke to you and I shared with you about why men choose their wives. I shared with you, just like I'm sharing on this particular video, that I sat with 10 men officially as per interview wise, interviewed them for not less than 1 hour, and I was able to share. If you've not watched that video, please go and watch the video. Why men actually choose their wives, what makes them choose the wives that they finally get married to. Today, I want to speak to you about how men choose their wives. I mean, this is good stuff. Ah, if I were you, I would like this video already because this video is good. This video is going to be good. So today I'm going to speak to you about how men choose their wives, because why and how is different. So even if they know the why, so how, what are the different other criterias they use to choose their wife? I'm Sage Nell. Welcome to SAGENEL TV. Whether you're returning or you're new here, you'll love it here. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We're diving right into it. The first point is number one, men choose based on attraction, physical, it could be physical attraction, spiritual attraction, mental attraction. And please note, like already shared, I sat with men, so this is not, I mean, this is data proven. Okay, it's there's statistics to show in the based on the interviews that I carried officially, and I continue to speak to men unofficially. Trust me, this is the work I do now, helping you meet and marry your husband. So men choose, one of the ways is that men choose based on attraction. And it is physical attraction, it is physical attraction, it is spiritual attraction. Let's say physical twice. Okay. So it is physical, spiritual, mental, and any and otherwise. But these are the top three that came up repeatedly. So men are, we hear the whole men are attracted by what they see. It's true. Men are attracted by what they see. Mm, yeah. So they choose, if they are attracted to women, and it helps them to find out. Now they may not eventually marry that person if they go closer and the whys, which we've already addressed in the other video, do not align. But it is one of the ways that they're looking out for their wives. And now I'm talking about husbands. When I say husband, I don't mean married men. I mean men on the journey to getting married and building a family. So they choose based on physical, spiritual, mental. So how does this apply to you? I'll just say for physical, continue to keep yourself well, be beautiful, be modest. Do not overdo it. I don't think you should overdo it, because eventually when you get married, this man is going to see you in different shades, with headgear, without headgear, with wig. So don't, sometimes I see ladies overly kicked up, and I think it's just excessive. I just think, even as a woman, I'm like, this is too much. There's one person, there's a particular lady my husband and I were always talking about. Why is this lady always kicked up? She's always kicked up, baked up, made up. Like she's always looking like a mannequin. Okay, not always, but me, I just think that the lady should give herself some breathing space. Like allow her face. I know she allows her face breathe at home, but can we see you online one day just looking chilled? Like it's not really that deep. It's not that deep. Like the work that God has called us to do is deeper than all of this attention sometimes that we give to our face. Because you get a person so kicked up, but then you get closer, and then the foundation is not even that deep. Sometimes, I'm not saying this all the time, because I know there's this narrative goes that, oh, if she's pretty, she doesn't have brains. No, that's not true. There are a lot of pretty ladies that have brains, a lot of them. But I'm saying, let's be moderate. Let's not overdo it. Let's not overdo it in the name of wanting to meet your husband. Do what you need to do, but at the other, let's see you in natural state. Let's see you with different looks. Let's see you with different looks. I personally like look at this look now that I have. I like exploring different looks, because I mean that's life. It's all about exploring, and you don't have to be like me. But I'm saying, allow yourself breathe. Don't have a rule of I can never go out without makeup. In fact, I saw one survey. I don't want to call it was an unofficial survey, but these popular blogs, they were saying something about how, anyways, the blog put a lady with all back, or well, we call it cornrows, where a woman just kind of weaved her hair just all back. That's all. And you needed to see the comments. You needed to see the way people were, men were talking under the comment that if women only knows that we need this kind of hair to actually see their true beauty, and we even appreciate our women like this. I'm talking these men that were talking. This one is not that they told me. I sat down to read it through, and I was impressed. Men was like, women, you just stress yourself. Sometimes we just like you with this your all back. We in Nigeria, that's what we call it, but it's called cornrows. With this your all back or shuku or whatever it is, but natural look with your hair. But sometimes some people will feel like, no, 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 I must buy wig. I must do. I mean, there's time for that, but sometimes the man that really wants to go with you through the long run is not busy bothered about how kicked up you look, or you are always looking. In fact, it will be bothered because listen, like if I'm a mother, I'm going to tell my son, you want to make sure that you see the lady in all shades, okay? You want to see all shades of the lady, because don't no, give you let yourself breathe. No, no, no. Because sometimes I see how people make efforts, or but I'm telling, if you follow me, you will see the things men are really looking for in a wife, and it's definitely not an overly kicked up lady, 247, 365 or 66 days of the year. That's definitely not what you're looking for. Like I said, attraction, but not just physical, but also physical, but also spiritual and mental. So they're not just looking for physical attraction. But of course, if you look good, you put yourself together, it attracts the guy. It does. The next point is, men actually make, they choose wives based on curiosity. Don't forget, we're talking about the ways in which they, let me say, in which they find their wives. Maybe we should just say choose now. The why, when we're talking about the why, so yes, they are making the decision, but how they find their wives based on curiosity. Sometimes a man is just curious that this lady, the way she moves, I don't understand it. I want to find out. Yeah. And they start poking in a good way, not like because poking, I don't know if poking may not be the right word, but it starts following their curiosity. Like, this lady, why does she act this way? Why does she come to work this way? Why does she always wear this? What's with her and this color? And before you know, one thing leads to another. Before you know, now married you. Now married. So if a lady, so a lot of times when these men pursue their curiosity, the lady is just being herself. Imagine the lady was not being herself. Imagine she was like, she was no, no, no. She was just like, these are the things. Like, no, no, no. Calm down. Like, be yourself. Be beautiful. Okay, that was a tagline from a brand. I just remember the advert. Anyway, so because they follow curiosity, but if you are not yourself, then there's nothing that a person is going to be curious about, because you're trying to be everybody else about, apart from yourself. And trust me, I know it can be tiring. Okay, but these are ways that, if you've got questions at this point regarding what I'm sharing, use the comment section. The next point is based on proximity. Location now is a big deal for men. It's a totally big deal for men, in the sense that we're having a lot of women and men that are at different locations, and one does not want to move for the other, because one is pursuing the masters, the other one is pursuing work, someone is pursuing something else that matters to that person. So usually the man is looking at, hey, who is going to be with me? Who is going to be married to me and be with me, actually be with me? These are important conversation. And I know that, I don't know if we've done, I know I've addressed this, maybe not in a video tightly knit location and all that, but I know I've spoken around this, saying this whole location thing, people actually fit each other and can get married to each other, but they're so bent on, no, it's Canada I want to go, no, it's UK, no, it must be Germany. What I would say is, if a man that is inviting you to get married to him is inviting you to a particular country, And the man is good. I mean, it ticks the boxes, the right boxes. It won't be 100%, but hey, it ticks the right boxes. I would say reorientate yourself and consider seeing how you would get possibilities, and you would also reach your, you would also be able to accomplish your potential in that land if this man is your husband, if he's the right person. Because in the world that we're in, being with the right person is more important than being in the what you consider a right location. And there's more to this statement that I've just said. Trust me, location is important. Because if you have an assignment, hey, it's not like you're not going to dump the assignment. You not say, because I just want to just be with a person. But is the person the right person? If the person is the right person, God has got you both covered. But you have got to be sure, you've got to talk, you've got to lay out your fears, and you can work with me. I'm a professional and certified counselor, and I can help you go through the fears and the challenges and the constraints and whatever it is that may be hindering you from making that decision. But I know that this can be very dicey. She's trying to do a master's because she wants to start lecturing and she wants to become a professor. So she's trying to build a career. The man is busy working in another land that their master's program condition is not conducive for what she wants to do. It can be tough. I know. I know it can be tough, but there is nothing that does not have a way. Everything is figure outable according to Marie Folio, and it is indeed true. There's nothing that is impossible. What I would say is, if you have someone like that, you want to sit down and then weigh the options and be sure you don't want, so it's not a matter of, you people should meet each other halfway. It's not a matter of, one person is like, if you don't do it, get out. No, meet each other halfway and be sure of your hmm, be sure of your purpose. Be sure that it's aligning. Now, if your purpose is not aligning and you just like the person, that's a different conversation. Or liking is not going to keep a married till the end. That you like me or I like you, or we are feeling somehow for each other. I mean, somehow like emotional. It's not what's going to sustain. There are bigger things, and I just shared in the other video. Please watch it. Why men choose their wife. They're bigger things. So at the end of the day, he's choosing you for certain for reasons. You also want to make sure that you're accepting him and it's also in line with God's will. Okay. But I took out time to share the proximity thing because there are a lot of things that can be sorted out. It's not so much of a mountain. It's based on your fears, what you've heard that is keeping you and holding you back from actually going to that location. But if you sort that out and you are able to, and you know that this is the right person on the path and purpose, it will work. It will end up well. You just need to apply wisdom, okay? But I choose based on proximity because, frankly speaking, no man is looking to get married and then the woman is nowhere to be found. The next point is based on community. Men choose based on these are the ways men find their wives based on community. So it could be their immediate community, it could be work. A lot of people in the interview work, got their wives from work. So it could be work environment, work community. It could be community based on maybe where you live. And I'm going to merge it with the next point, which is common interest. It could be church. It could be a volunteering space where you both are together. Or it could even be, okay, so I've spoken about work, church. It could even be, you guys found yourself, we say, doing a Bible study or whatever else, and then you put in the community or a professional community as well. Could also be so community also because people want to. Another important point I need to share for community, thank God, thank you, Holy Spirit, for reminding me, is community is also school. A lot of people that we see, and I'm going to treat, there's a topic I'm going to treat regarding that. A lot of people that we see get married early, it was as a matter of the community. That was what happened. That's how they got married early. So the man just picked from the community, and community is school. Oh, we're in 200 level, blah blah blah. Most of the time, they are not in the same course, or some of, why am I saying most of the times? Anyway, sometimes you're not in the same course, but they're in the same school. And you're like, okay, well, before you know, they start liking each other. And today, a lot of them are married. A lot. I myself, I'm also a part of that, in terms of, I also married. My husband and I went to actually schools together, but that's a different story entirely, because we didn't start dating in any of the schools. But at least the community from which we knew ourselves from is the school that we went to. So men choose based on community as well. The next point, let me run based on common interests. Common interests can be, you both are volunteering to a course, maybe a food course, and then you meet each other. That's actually common interest. We can say community too, but it's more of common interest. Common interest could also be, you guys love working out, sports, and you meet each other in the gym and you start conversing. It could be in the Bible study group. You guys like Bible study, you meet each other. So common interest is something that you both are giving and committing your time to, that you both have in common. So an interest you're committing your time to, that you both have in common. And men tend to also, these are ways that men find their way. Like, okay, this lady is doing this. There's a particular lady, a person that I know. Yeah, a particular guy that I asked, man actually, that picked his example just comes to mind, and he picked his wife. He chose his wife because his wife was showing interest in his interests. And the wife wasn't forcing it to. She wasn't showing interest in his interest because she wanted to get married. She was showing interest in his interest because she truly was interested. Okay. So men choose, if they see that common interest, they choose as well. Men choose based on value system. Okay, value system is very important for choosing for both men and women. It's not a men thing, but we are talking about how men choose their wives based or find and choose their wives. So value system also matters to them. So what's the value system of this lady? And I think I get this where, cooking, no cooking, all of these drama things. I don't. It's not drama, but we've just made it drama in like the Nigerian African space. Maybe not African space, but in the Nigerian space. So value system. A man is looking, what kind of value does this woman have? Does she, is cooking important to her? Is taking care of the children important to her? Is catering to my need important to her? Does she have integrity? Is she hardworking? These are things they're looking out for. Now, it's different for different men. Some men don't care. Like they don't even care about cooking because you're already going to come into their house with maids on ground, like people serving and tending to your needs. But some men, they want to feel like you are giving them attention or you're serving them by actions, maybe cooking. Of course, when you get married, the sex part is one that can never be delegated. I hope people have not started delegating it. But anyways, that part. But they want to say, okay, what are other ways you can cater to me? And for some men, cooking matters. Now, they may not be saying you should pound yam. I know that people want you to pound yam, but I mean, a lot of men that are met, they are very reasonable. I don't, where these people are seeing these men that are waiting for you to pound there by 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. I know they see them, but anyways, so a lot of men, it's not men, a lot of men are not looking for a woman to pound there from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Trust me. But they feel, some of these men feel, and a lot of them, because that's how they grew up. And that's how their mothers modeled love to them. So you got to understand women, the men, the category of men that you're getting married to, they're already grown, and that's how they grew up. And that's why we cannot marry anybody that is 100%. A lot of times, women were trained in the kitchen, and men were told to sit down and all that. I'm not going to get into that, but you also understand that that's how they grew up seeing love. Their mother loved them. They were sick, whatever. Their mother will prepare their best dishes. That was their interpretation of love. So yeah, I know. Level up. Women have leveled up. It seems to be a bit slower for the men. I get it. But a lot of these men that are choosing wives, this is how they choose. These are the things they look out for. They're not going to come and fight with you in the comment section. They're just going to look for a lady who values these things. Because no be do or die. I'm just passing across their message to you. Okay, it's not Mortal Kombat. Value. So based on value system, so there are certain value. I just use that cooking as an example, but there are other value systems that are important. Please, let's know. It's not only about cooking. Is not the only department in a marriage. But there are several value systems that are important that matters to the man. So different things, how they say different strokes for different folks. So it's different. And you too, as a value, as a person, that's why I keep saying to women, be authentic. Be authentic. If you believe in the traditional way of doing things as a wife, don't be ashamed of it, because you have your kind of man who is actually looking for you. Don't go and be saying, everybody's talking about me too. No, if that's you, then if you are the one that does not believe in the traditional way of doing things, also do not be ashamed of it as well. But you want to make sure it's not from a place of defense or hurt, because a lot of times when women are not, or choose a certain path, is maybe because they want to prove to somebody, or their father did something to their mother. I'm telling you, over and over, as a therapist, I can tell you for free, for free. So when you come in and you have an ideology or a philosophy as a future wife, you want to make sure it's not from hurt. I don't have a problem, because different people are going to get married to different people, and we are all going to have different marriages and different operating systems in our marriage. So there's no, oh, this is how married. No, no, it's different operating system. What we should know is that we should have the why of what God built marriage for, and then the templates and designs are going to be different. But if you're going to be holding on to a value system as a woman, whether you are a traditional woman, you too also, because women who want to, who say can say, who say they're traditional women, can also be doing that because of fear. They can say, maybe I won't get a man to marry me. So what I will end this point saying is, do not hold on to a value system out of fear, out of hurt, out of bitterness. Question your value system, be sure that it is right, keep evolving, and make sure that it is out of pure understanding, not that it's fear, it's bitterness, it's anger, or it's revenge. Those are women always like, they want, I'm like, hey, it is well, oh. And these men, the men that are actually going to choose and find the wife and choose, they don't always fight in the comment section, but they are watching and they are reading, because women are louder than men generally. I've said this many times. Especially when it comes to this marriage, men are not going to come and be fighting in the comments. They'll just be looking. Okay, at the end of the day, they'll choose who their wife is. Okay, they're going to choose who their wife is. That's why you just be authentic and give yourself to growing, give yourself to learning, give yourself to unlearning, give yourself to relearning. The final point, the ways in which men actually find and choose their wives, is based on connections. Based on connections. And connections speak to referrals. That is, matchmaking, pretty much what we call matchmaking. Oh, I know this sister, I know this friend. This person will be good for you. People have gotten married over and over again based on referrals. Standard match. I've said the matchmaking is the future. I need to do a video for that, because that's what that statement I'm making is a powerful, is a statement based on revelation. Oh. I'm not just a talker. If you know me, you know that I share things a lot based on revelation, walking with God. So matchmaking referrals, these are ways that men get married, however it is you want to call it. This online space is also connection. So that's why they say, oh, your mutual connection. So men are also checking online now for wives, because a lot of the things that we do, our lives, our culture is now online. So connections online. It could be a friend of a friend connection. It could be a friend of a friend, or they see something you wrote in a comment section or in a group on a WhatsApp group. It doesn't have to be public social media. It could also be the enclosed one, Telegram, WhatsApp. I know people who have started dating their, or who started dating their wives through, oh, I saw a picture and it's like, who is this fine girl on your DPM? It's like, whoa, this, oh, she's my colleague at work and all that, and they started dating. So that happens all the time, and that is the online space. Okay, like the online space, it could be somebody seeing your picture on somebody's status. It could be somebody's listening to what you're saying in a group. It could be somebody seeing something that you posted on social media. The possibilities are endless. Just continue to be authentic online and offline, because these are ways that men are finding their wives in the 21st century. And then dating sites, of course, dating sites. A lot of men are now going to dating sites because they believe that it is a better way to, well, there will be much more The word is they do not want to be embarrassed. Talking to a lady. Now approaching women to talk to them, they're all manner of things. Some men now even say that they feel like they are an endangered species because, oh, if you talk to a woman, if you approach some women, of course not all, they'll feel like, oh, who are you, who gave you the right to talk to me, that sort of thing. So some, let me tell you why men go to dating sites and why dating sites is going to blow up. It already has started, but it's going to blow up in the next couple of years. It won't be long. It's because men feel like, okay, if I come to a dating site, I sign up. I mean, serious men. Then the women I'm meeting here are women that are ready for marriage. Do you see the logic? So the women I'm meeting here are women that are ready for marriage. So I'm not going to be going into anybody's DM and be receiving insults because one woman thinks, oh, why are you reaching out to me? Did I tell you I want to get married? I hope you know that that's like kind of like even narrative out there. Not everybody that is single wants to get married. So men, I want you. So who am I going to reach out to? Okay, I want to get married. This woman looks beautiful. She's single, but maybe they've got to the DM and they've received what's the one before breakfast. Anyways, they have not been attended to well by some of these ladies. So just like, let me just go to the pool and let me just go to get to this pool and system where the people here are people that are actually looking for the same thing. So if you are the one, you're still on that dating site, I've told you where the men are looking for and they're finding their wives. Well, it's up to you to act on these things that I've just shared. I hope and trust that you enjoyed this video. I'm Sagenel. Thank you for staying with me up until this time. I help women meet and marry their husbands and also help husbands connect to their wives as well. Check to learn more about the ways that I can serve you under the description. The description is just under this video. So check more. Like, if you like this video, like this video. And please share your comments as well. Share this with two people. Share questions that you have with me. If it's a question I cannot answer in the comments, I will create a new video for you. There are other things that we also do here on SAGENEL TV beyond meeting and marrying your partner. So, hey, explore, check our playlist, see interviews we've had with thought leaders, grow yourself. And I trust that everything that God has designed for you in this season and even beyond, you would receive it. Thank you so much for watching. I'm saying now, you can find me. I will see you. I will be seeing you in the next video, but you can definitely find me and see me on previous videos that you may have missed.